Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week, we're jumping back to one of our staples, and that's Star Wars Legion, and it's Rebel Sleeper Cell. Yeah, that's right, Star Wars Rebel Sleeper Cell Legion, it's back. I'm excited. I'm really happy to get back into it. Besides that, I got a ton of stuff over there I gotta do. I got that. Plus, they got a bunch of the new stuff coming in, and it looks cool, and I gotta get this stuff done before I buy the new ones. Right. Anyway, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I'll see you guys in there. Rebel Sleeper Cell. Here we go. Unit theme: infiltration, sabotage, and asymmetrical warfare. These operatives are not on the front line soldiers, but hidden agents who strike from the shadows. Aesthetic on these guys is civilians, disguises mixed with military gear, worn clothing, tactical gear hidden underneath cloaks and robes, blaster, explosives, and melee weapons often concealed. Many hobbyists model them after the urban camo or weathered desert urban tones, so they blend in with the local populations. Game tactics: infiltrate. Place them on the forward battlefield, potentially right next to objectives. Covert operations sometimes featured command upgrade slots for abilities to act as field leaders. Sabotage and disruption abilities may have access to mines, sabotage gears, comms jammers. These guys are the jam. These guys are the fun. Get these on the front line, get them in there quick, and get them wreaking some havoc. So what fun. I'm actually looking forward to getting back into the Legion. These models are just, I love the sculpts. I gotta say though, my favorite sculpt, right there. I love the Rhodian guy, I do. And also, if I had to pick another one, I would say this dude. I really like him. The guy up against the wall is pretty cool. They're all cool. I love all these models. But you know what? There you go. Bam. There's the favorite. I haven't painted a droid in forever, so this is going to be fun. And I've never painted one of these droids. I really like these guys. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, if you can see, let me back out just a little bit here. You can see we've got some colors for these guys. We're going to do the rubber. For these two, we're going to start with a base of dark brown orange and move into some orange brown. And then over here, we're going to go with a little bit of khaki and some drab browns and some dark ivories for these guys. But, I got a little mixture of them all. Pretty basic civilian drab colors is where we're going. And I think we're going to use the airbrush. Let me get this Rhodian back over here. I think we're going to use the airbrush to get all the base coats down, and we'll be using each color. So we'll go ahead and run through. I'll spray each color on line. And if Mike, if you're listening, I know you like the brush, brother, but I need to get through these. But I will be doing a little bit of brush work. You know what? And Mike's right. It's the brush work is always the best. I love it so much. But the airbrush too. Man, it's a blast. Anyway, I digress. So let's get forward, and I think we'll do rubber and rubber highlight first on these three guys here, or these two guys here. So it looks like the leader, and then I forget this guy. He's the co-pilot for Lando in Return of the Jedi. That race. Yeah, I digress again. Anyway, rubber. What do you do on a Friday evening?
Because Mike demanded it.
Talk to Blasticated Painting. Go check him out. He's great, guys. we are really close to being done. I've got the jackets, I've got the pants all highlighted. The only thing really left is the wash for the faces and the jackets and the pants and the boots and just some things. And then after that is some touch up. I do have to get the Rhodian's eyes, and we're going to do those blue. This guy's eyes are going to be a jet black. Bump the camera. Other than that's about it. I'm going to paint the bases with some browns and maybe smudges of green. I'm not going to do any glue or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it flat and use the brushwork on that. But oh, look at this. Here's the wall, and that thing turned out really nice. This guy right here, I'll have to glue him. He's kind of hiding up against that wall right there. But anyway, we're pretty much done. These guys are turning out really great. I love that Rhodian. I love the redheaded guy too. He's pretty cool. I love that hair. That hair turned out great. Anyway, I digress. Let's. I cannot forget. We have the droid to do, and he's going to be the last thing I do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a wash over him and get to fill in the crevices with the black. And then I'm just going to touch up some key little areas, and we're going to call him done. And that's going to be that. I love that droid, by the way. All right, so let's get on with the wash. All right. So I decided here that I'm going to go ahead and do the bases before I do the wash, because I'd like to put a little wash on the bases. Real quick, real simple, and I'll do a little blending. All right, there we go. Base is down. I did a dark brown. I mixed it with some light brown, and then I mixed some ivory, and I just did 3 steps and brought it out, and just did little smaller areas, high in the middle of each one, and moved my way out. If you understood that at all, let me know in the comments. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to get onto that wash. I just really wanted to get that base because I'll probably can touch up the bases with a little bit of wash. It'll bring out the contrast of that lighter color just a little more against that black one. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to get some wash in some key areas, and I'll start with the agrax for the shirts and everything like that, and then we'll move on to the weapons with the black, actually the droid, and then we will move on with the army painter for the flesh wash. All right, so the washes we're going to use a flesh wash for the face and the skin. We're going to use the agrax for just kind of the general wash in areas, and then we're going to use this nun oil on the droid all over. And I'll probably just be real careful, try to avoid that white, and I'll touch that white up. I'm also thinking about doing the arms, those little legs, that little orange. He's going to have some orange and some rubber and mostly white to give him that, and obviously some metallic. All right, so those are the washes we're using right there. Guys, Star Wars Legion Rebel Sleeper Cell. Man, I'm so excited to get back to the Star Wars Legion. I just forgot how much I love these models, and this was a perfect set to dive back in on. real simple colors, just some browns and stuff like that, and just what a fun little paint. I'm very excited to get back into Legion, especially with the new stuff coming down the pipe. And what is the cat in with this set? What is that thing? I don't get it. Anyway, I digress. Someone in the comments below, let me know what that cat is or what it's for. I mean, looks cool. I've seen them in the movies, but what's it doing out here? I get, sleeper cell. It's like a, anyway, maybe that's why, because they're in the city or whatever. I digress. I'm just reaching out. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and I'll catch you next week. Star Wars Legion.